Good afternoon, everybody. So today's video, we're going to do, I guess I call it a triple mat because I don't know really how else to go about that, but where you have three pieces of paper with the design and then they're, of course, matted. And put some words on the front. Okay, so for this one, very super simple because I used designer series paper. So the only stamping was just my words here and on the inside. But I'm going to actually stamp the front on this next one. If you want to just use your designer series paper, all the measurements are going to be the same. I just thought it would be good to do one where we actually stamped it. So for this one, you're going to need 3 pieces of either this pink, as I have here, the designer series paper, or 3 pieces of white that we're going to stamp on. And those are 4 by 5 1/4, 3 by 4 1/4, and 2 by 3 1/4. Okay, and then you're going to need your regular A2 size card, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then you're going to need, for the mat, a piece of 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and a piece of 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Now I've cut doubles on this because I'm actually going to make the same card 2 different ways so I can show you. So we're just going to set this out. I'm going to go ahead and fold this just to get it out of the way. Okay. So we are going to take our piece of 4 by 5 1/4, our piece of 3 by 4 1/4, and our piece of 2 by 3 1/4, right? And we're going to line those up about where we would want them to actually be on the front of the card. All right, so I'm going to do this one, this first one, everything's centered. Now I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see I've got the three different layers here. All right, so to keep it, pretty, what do I want to say, flat, you can use a piece of double-sided tape. I'm using a piece of washi tape just because I don't want these moving while I am stamping. And you could also use, a Post-it note or something if you just want to hold the corner, but I don't want to have any blockage to where I'm stamping. So I'm using just a piece of washi tape stuck on the back to keep these in line. Okay. So I chose for this one Beautifully Happy, which is one of those celebration sets that will be gone as of the end of this month. And I hope, I don't know that I grabbed my large block. Hold on. I always think I've got everything ready and then there's something else. So I want something that's large in design for this. You don't have to, but I think I even need maybe the next biggest block. Hold on. Because it makes it look very cool when you're carrying over your design. Like here, I've just cut the DSP. It's very busy, so there wasn't really a design that I needed to match up. But on this, I really wanted to match up a design. And I'll bring my platform because this is a photopolymer. And I'm going to stamp this maybe twice. And I'm using my in colors again this time. This is the Starry Sky. I really like the in colors. And wanted to use those again on the card. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. Okay. And then I think I'm going to put one down here also. So I'm kind of filling up the space. There we go. Okay, and you can see how where the pieces come together, see, you don't get it stamped down in those wells, but that's okay because remember, we are going to mat these, right? So we're only temporarily lining them up so that we can stamp them. I'm going to put some little berries on this. And then, let's see. So this is going to go here. Okay. And again, I haven't tried it with these colors yet or anything, so we're kind of doing this together. But that's, did I put that on upside down? No, it's on right. But it should match up this way. That's very strange. All right, we're matching it that way. I haven't used this set a lot yet. There we go. And I can't get right over top of it because the camera's in the way. But that's all right. Okay. And this is a two-step. I'm going to use my leaves. And that's going to be for these. We'll do that in the parakeet party. Love this green. A lot of you probably remember from years ago, Green Galore. It reminds me of that, which was always a favorite color. No, that looks a little funky right now. Trust me, it's going to be fine. Okay. And then I think I will make the inside of the flowers blue, just because I want to use the end colors for this. And that's going to go like this. Okay. Oops. And the blue, a lot like our old Tempting Turquoise. Remember that? This is Tahitian Tide. So I'm glad that they're bringing back some colors that are similar to ones that we've had before because I miss them. Okay. Okay, and like I said, if we were just, there we go. If we were just stamping and you're trying to stamp on the two pieces, you'll always get that well because, you know, this piece is higher than that piece is. So it's always going to give you a little bit of an issue. But once we take it now, so I'll take off my washi tape. I'll leave that for the next card. And I'll mount this. I really like this technique. Super simple to do, but it gives a little bit of a wow factor. Okay, and then this piece gets mounted right on here. Now you can see why I wanted something that reached out over all three of the layers. I wanted to have that, you know, kind of a continuity thing going. You'll see now when I start to line these up, see I'm lining up the stem here, I'm lining up those flowers and I'm lining up this leaf. Doing the same thing here. Again, if you didn't want to take the time to stamp, like I said, using DSP, Designer Series paper, no problem at all. But look how cool that looks now. Isn't that nice? Okay, and then I'm going to do my words in a minute. I wanted to just go along and remember where we had those white areas, those little wells right next to each of the layers, those are now covered up with the matte. So you wind up with this really, really pretty triple layer card. All right, so I wanted to do one more right quick. And again, these 3 white sizes are 4 by 5 1/4, 3 by 4 1/4, and 2 by 3 1/4. But you know what? You don't have to center them. You can line these up any way you'd like. So I'm going to actually pull these over using the same washi tape. Pull these, and I could even pull them down to this. You know what? Let's do that. Let's pull it down. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a minute. So now I'm taking my 3 layers and I'm bringing them down like this. So we're, instead of being centered, remember like this one was, now I'm going to do a little bit of a different design with it down in the one corner. So stamp it the same way. I just love these in colors this time. They're nice and bright. So I'm going to take this one right in the middle, like that. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put 2 more on here. I'm going to put one here. Okay, and maybe even one little piece up there at the top. I'm putting this on the corner just so that I don't get so much ink right on this mat. Put that up there. Okay, so now I've got the 3 flowers. So let's do the blue first, since I've got that right here. And the blue lines up like this. I think I'm only going to get, there we go, 2 on that one. And I'm only going to get, I'll get more of this one. Okay. Right. And then let me take the green, excuse me, for the leaves. And again, you don't have to do 2-step stamping. You can stamp anything you want, and then you can color it if you want to, or whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be 2-step. It can be also just be monochromatic and you only have the one color that you use. That's okay too. Just think this makes a very nice, colorful card. There. And down here. So now the measurements that I've used, these here, that also is something that you could change. So if you wanted to have smaller layers or larger layers, or whatever you wanted to do, just switch it up. And your mats are always, like the white paper is 2 by 3 1/4, so the mat's going to be 1/4 inch bigger. So 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Nobody told you you're going to have to do math, right? That's okay. All right. So let's see if I can line this up a little better this time. Oh, that's better. This, I feel like there's just hardly anything there. But this one should be okay. There we go. Okay. Now, again, I just take off my washi tape. And I'll mount this one here. I see a lot of these cards with the mats all right in the middle, which is fine. You know, there's good. The mats look good in the middle. There's nothing wrong with that. But it just looks kind of fun too to put them off to one side. So just for something different. Paper. Move this off. I always make such a mess. The other base, card base, 8.5 by 5.5. Folded in half. Of course, that's 4.25 by 5.5. That's where this is going to go. Now, see where I had ink on my mat? It picked up on the back of my cardstock. So that's why I try not to get too much ink on the mat, because sometimes it may make a difference. And my smudge there, you see, but that's okay because I'm just getting ready to cover it up. And you know, regularly I just cover those up with a jewel of some kind. All right, so this one's going to be all the way over here. Whoops. There we go. And this one. Okay, so how fun is that? Look, so it's the same stamping, but you're getting a really different look by putting it over, you know, to one side or in the middle. I think I will just do some words. I really like sending happy thoughts. I just think that's a good card, you know, whether it's a birthday or a get well or whatever. Sending happy thoughts is a nice thought. I think I'm going to do that. Maybe I'm going to do that in the starry night, starry sky. I am just, you can use your trimmer to make sure that this is, you know what I'm going to do? I think that will fit in my my oval. Yes, it will. The last one I just trimmed into a rectangle, but this one I'm going to make into an oval. And I will likely pop those up. Still using up the, okay, I think I finally finished that one. So again, we've done these kinds of cards before. But I mean, it's been years. So I thought that would be a good reminder of doing these again, just because they come out so cool. All right. Put that whole thing on there. Oops. Again, it doesn't matter where you put your words. Ooh. Whether it's centered or to one side. I think I might put them down here on this one. And see, I've got this white space here, so I could either have stamped something else in there, or in this case, I'm just going to put my words there. So cute, huh? And if you, like I said, if you did not want to stamp something and just wanted to use some designer series paper, you can absolutely do that. The designer series paper or the white that you're going to stamp on, these are the 3 sizes for those. And then your mat will be this one, and then of course the piece of cardstock for the base of the card. Okay, so I hope you might try this triple mat, as I call it. I think it turns out really pretty, and I really like it with these in colors. And have a great day.